another Two Beards Wargaming battle report. We have 2,000 point armies of World Eaters versus Tyranids playing the Malestrom Mission Disruptive Signals. This is where you always have 4 tactical objectives and you can spend 1 command point to prevent your enemy from scoring an objective on their turn. Let's get into the armies. Here are 2,000 points of World Eaters. I have a battalion detachment. My HQs are 2 Chaos Lords with jump packs. The Warlord has the Murder Sword, and the other HQ is a Chaos Lord jump pack. He has the Axe of Blind Fury. My troop choices are 4 units of Berserkers. The dudes with the bone axes sticking up all have Combi, Meltas, and Power Fists. They'll be rocking around in 2 Rhinos with Combi Plasmas on top. I've got a unit of 10 Terminators, all with Combi Plasmas and Chain Axes. I have a 3-man unit of Old School Obliterators and 2 units of Plasma Raptors, along with 2 units of Autocannon Havocs. These are the objectives I've gotten rid of. I don't think I'll be doing any magic as I'm World Eaters, and trying to get Tyranids to fail a morale test as like possible. That is the World Eaters force.
2,000 points of Tyranids. Running 2 battalions today, 1 Kraken, 1 Kronos. In the Kronos one, we are going to have a Swarm Lord and a Flying Hive Tyrant. Swarm Lord will come and just stock. His psychic powers will be Catalyst and the one where you get a move as if you didn't move. And then the Swarm Lord, or the Flying Hive Tyrant, will have Catalyst and the Hoarder. And we're going to have Monstrous Rending Claws and the Death Spitters with Slimer Maggots for him. And for the 3 troop choices, we're going to have a 30-man blob of Termagants with Devourers, 1 3-man Tyranid Warrior squad with Bone Sabers and Death Spitters, and then 1 10-man Termagant squad, just Flesh Borers, so little tiny small arms fire. And then in the elite squad, we're going to have a Hive Guard group with the Impaler cannons. Then we're going to have an Exocrine and a Tyrannifex with the acid spray. And for the Kraken battalion, we've got 2 Broodlords. That's an old school Broodlord model right there. He'll have Paroxysm, the other one will have the Horror. And then we're going to have a 20-man Gene Stealer squad and 2 Ripper Swarm squads. And that makes up 2,000 points. My Flying Hive Tyrant will be my Warlord. He is going to have the Instinctive Killer trait. I'm going to choose, I think that I am actually going to be choosing Terminators for him. And I am going to be bringing the Maw Claws of Thyrax. When I kill a model in the fight phase with his Rending Claws, he will be able to reroll all failed hit rolls. That is the list, and we'll go wreck some chaos.
No.
For the cards I'm discarding, I'm going to be discarding Domination. It's just like always impossible to get. I'm going to be discarding Terrify. I have to make people fail a morale check. He doesn't have huge groups of things. I'm going to be discarding an Advance. I've got enough shooty stuff that I want to stay on the back that I kind of don't want to have to move if I don't have to. Witch Hunter, he doesn't have any Psychers. I'm going to be discarding Psychological Warfare. Just like Terrify, it's hard to make people fail morale checks. And then I'm also going to discard Crush. I score a victory point if at least one enemy unit was completely destroyed, and the last model in the unit was slain by an attack made by a Tyranid's monster, or if the unit was more than 10 models. I do have a lot of that stuff. It's just really hard to make sure that that happens all the time, every time, no matter what. So I don't like to be forced into a corner like that. Rolling off to see who gets to place or has to place an objective first. And green, oh, I rolled a 5, you rolled a 1. So I get to place an objective first. I won the roll-off, so I get to determine the the deployment map, and then pick which side I'd like. So I roll a 5, which is the pointy one in the center, and I believe that I will probably be taking that side, but we will see. I'll do a little bit more looking and check out the board. deployment is complete. We've got the Tyranids over on this side, and the World Eaters over here. As far as objectives go, we've got one over here, well, number 5. We've got number 6, number 4. We've got number 3 down right in here. We've got number, oh, what number is this? We've got number 1 down in here. And the last and final one, I think number 2, back in this building over in the corner over here. For the Tyranid setup, we have our Hive Harpy here. We've got our Exocrine, Warriors, Brood Lord, bunch of Gene Sealers in this building, Termagants, the Tyrannifex, Swarm Lord, Hive Guard, other Brood Lord, and then a little screen unit of Termagants. In the sky, we've got our 2 Ripper Swarms and our Flying Hive Tyrant. I did forget to mention he has adrenal glands, so when he comes in, it's going to be an 8-inch charge instead of the regular. Over on the World Eater side, we have some Raptors, the Chaos Lord with the Jump Pack, 2 Berserker Squads, and the Rhino. Got the other Rhino over here with the Havoc Squad, and a Havoc Squad back in here. And in Deep Strike, we have the Terminators, the Obliterators with the Chaos Lord and Jump Pack, and then these Berserkers are all in the Rhinos. You know what time it is, Ethan?
Time for you to roll a dice.
It's season time! That's what it is! Season time! It's a 5. Alright. World Eaters, turn 1.
First objective.
You want to place it down? You don't have to.
First objective is claim and despoil. Score D3 victory points. If I control an objective marker that was controlled by the opponent, that's going to be hard to do. Defend objective 3. Where's objective 3? Is that on your side?
Objective 3, I believe that it is this one right in here. It is indeed right back in this building. So we're going to have to come over with maybe a Rhino over there.
That's going to be pretty hard to do as well. Next one is secure objective 3. Hire really wants me to get to number 3. And Kingslayer. That's also going to be hard to do since he's in the air. Doesn't look like I will be scoring anything this round. Alright, World Eaters turn 1 movement phase. We're going to come out of our hidey holes. First Rhino is going to run. He's going to go 16 inches. So 12 to the corner. We're just going to go over here. Tuck in behind. This Rhino is going to run as well. He's going to go 18 inches. So he is going to come out to right here. My Chaos Lord going to pop over along with all my Raptors. I'm going to come out this way. And get tucked in behind these Rhinos. Rhinos are both going to pop smoke for -1 to hit.
You do that in the shooting phase, sir?
I'm doing it now. My Havocs are going to jump up here and get ready to lay some shots down. Downrange, I don't know what they're really going to shoot at because all his stuff is toughness 8 and my Havocs are only strength 7.
That's not true. My Swarm Lord, I believe, is toughness 7, so you could shoot at him.
Well, I
If
could.
you wanted to. I'm not saying you should.
That's movement phase. I'll figure out what I'm going to shoot at and get into the shooting phase. Alright, going into World Eater's shooting phase, I ended up moving my Rhinos and Raptors back a little. He's got a big blob of Gene Sealers that could move twice because of the Swarm Lord and potentially wrap my Rhinos, killing all my Berserkers. So that wouldn't have been a very fun game. So I moved myself
I disagree.
and still popping smoke on my Rhinos, and now I've got one shot. I can shoot my Plasma Raptors into his Tyrannifex, so we'll get right into that. We'll have, this is the first squad.
2 command points, minus taking cover.
Taking cover, sounds good. First squad, overcharging, so re-rolling 1s because of a Chaos Lord right here.
Sweet.
So he didn't kill himself, that's something. And wounding on 4s, right? Tough 8.
Tough 8.
Strength 8. I've got 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
-3.
-3.
But
I'm going to
plus
grab
1, so -2.
Yes, 5s. I'm going to grab some dice. Let's see if he can live. Oh no! Both save. Very nice, Tyranids. Doing hot.
Alright, next squad, do the same thing. Reroll on the one.
Alright, looks like 3 hits.
Force the wound. 1 wound.
Okay, 1 wound. Alright, looking for 5 again. Oh no! Oh, those 2 command points, super worth it. Gross.
Put my autocannons into the Tyranids as well. So here's the first squad, hitting on 3s. And these will wound on 5s. For nothing.
Oh no.
And the second squad, same thing.
He did move, but Havocs can move and not suffer the penalty.
A little better. 3 wounds at -1.
3 wounds -1. -1 flat, which will put me at 3 because I have +1 from cover. So I do fail 1.
2 damage.
Down to 12. Tyranids, turn 1. Objectives drawn. First one, master the warp. I've got a couple of psychers on the field, so I think that's doable. Secure objective 3. Hey, that's the one back in the building that you needed. That is a very important objective for everyone. Hold the line. I think I'm going to be able to do that one. Can't achieve it your first turn, though, so that is going to be a little bit harder to do so long as I can keep his stuff back. I think I can achieve that one. And then blood and guts. Gotta kill something in the fight phase. I might be able to get something in, but killing something, we'll see. I'm not super confident about that one. Movement phase complete for the Tyranids. We moved our Harpy up to look at some of the Raptors and look at maybe tying up a Rhino or even getting into the Havocs or Raptors back here, quite possibly. We've got the Gene Stealers. They got a 5 on their advanced roll. Broodlord got a 6. I didn't want to move him too much further though because if they don't make it in, then he is kind of stuck. Back on the back right, we've got 3 warriors. They went over to grab objective 3. Execrant stayed put, of course. And then we've got our blob of 30 Termagants. We kind of did some deep strike maneuvering, as well as moving the bulk of them up to start putting some shots into stuff if we can later on. Tyranids moved up a little bit. He's going to be flaming the tank probably. Swarm Lord moved up. He didn't run. You know, I don't know how close I want him to be to all the Melta and Power Fist stuff, so we'll see exactly what we do with him later on. Back in the back left, we've got some Hive Guard and the Termagants. Termagants once again did some deep strike prevent. Hive Guard stayed still, and the Broodlord is still hanging out just in case his Terminators or Obliterators get a little too close, and then he can try and keep the Hive Guard alive as much as possible in the combat phase. We're going to go into the shooting, psychic phase first, and then to the shooting phase. Broodlord is going first. We're starting off with a smite. It's going to be on this rhino right here. Looking for a 5, getting it with a 9, D3 mortal wounds for 2. The Swarm Lord is going to cast smite as well. It's going to go onto this rhino. And we're looking for a 6, getting it with a 7, D3 for 1. Then he's going to be casting Catalyst on the Tyranids right next to him, and goes off with a 6. So 5 will feel no pain for the Tyranids.
I will spend a command point for my World Eater's attempt to deny. I can, on a 4+, deny Catalyst.
Man.
Will command point reroll that.
There you go.
No Catalyst for you.
Shooting phase. We are going to start off with the Harpy. He's going to be putting both his Stranglethorn Cannon and his Stinger Salvo into this. Is there a back unit and a front unit of the Raptors?
There's a right unit and a left unit.
Okay, we're going to go with the right unit. Stinger Salvo first. We've got 4 shots. They are hitting on 4s. Oh no! And we are wounding on 3s because it's strength 5. Ooh. Nothing. So we're going to go straight on to the Stranglethorn Cannon. He's got 2 wounds, so assault d6 for each. That's only 4 shots. Ooh, do I want to spend a command point? I think I do. I'm going to spend a command point on this one here. I am going to do that. So getting a total of 7 shots.
There you go, that's better.
Hitting on 4s again. Not too shabby. And then strength 7, so we're going to be moving on 3s. For 3, and it is -1.
All right, 4 up save.
Not too bad. Failing 1. And it's 2 damage, not like it matters. But okay. Raptor's dead. Half guard back over near the far objective is going to be going into this Rhino. They've got their impaler cannons. So they're hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s because of Kronos. So rerolling the 1 here. Alright, so all hit, and then strength 8 on that. So we're going to be winning on 3s. Actually, I need to look at the thing because you're -1 to hit from thing. So we'll look and see what I missed. So I'm a silly goose and forgot that it was -1 to hit, so I actually missed 3 of those 6 that I thought I did.
Go smoke.
So 3 wounds. Alright, so 2 at minus a bunch and 2 damage. -2, I believe.
On a 5 up. Failing both.
Alrighty. D3 damage apiece. So we're only doing 3. Tyranids effects is going into the Rhino with 8 wounds. 2d6. Oh, the big 12. I'll need to grab some more dice. Alrighty. So it auto hits, strength 7, toughness 7, so wounding on force. Alrighty. We have, looks like 6 for you there, if I can count correctly.
What's the AP?
AP is 1.
4 up. I rolled pretty darn hot too.
Oh, very nice.
Only dropping 1.
So D3 damage. Oh, no. For 2.
2 damage.
I forgot to mention the Stinger salvo, and that was going into these raptors over here on the left. And they're hitting on 4s. He moved, but he ignores moving in heavy. And it's an assault one, so it doesn't matter anyway. Anyway, wounding on 3s. So 2 wounds, -1.
4 up. Fail 1.
Alright, 1 goes down. The exocrine will fire. He'll put everything into this Rhino here. We are hitting on 4s because of smoke. Rerolling 1s. Alrighty.
Not bad.
And wounding on 4s. Or just 1. AP3.
AP3, so 6 up, but I get a cover save, so 5 up.
Oh, there you go. Very nice, very nice. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do that again. Exact same thing. So, looking for 4s again. Hey, similar roll. I remember seeing that. Oh gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Alrighty. Well, we are going to go ahead and go into the second half of the shooting phase, which is the second movement phase of the Gene Stealers. It is the end of the movement phase. The Gene Stealers have run on up to this Rhino here. We are going to spend 2 command points to have my Hive Guard fire again. They're going to fire into this one here. So hitting on 4s, you're rolling 1s. Hey man, doing that every time. Pretty alright. I won it on 3s this time. Hey, there we go. -2.
Alright, 5 up.
Ooh, 3d3 damage. Statistically, there it is. Rhino is dead.
Do I below? Nope. See if any berserkers die in the death of the Rhino. Looks like we'll have 1.
Not too shabby.
I will set them up.
Berserkers came out right like this. We've got 3 up top with his champion down here, and then we've got him kind of like intermittently scattered throughout here, the other 5-man group. So we're going to go into the charge phase. The Gene Stealers are going to be charging everything but the, not the Rhino. We're not going to charge the Rhino. No, we will, because then that way we can be within an inch, and you've got a Stormbolter on there. So
Combi Plasma and a Stormbolter.
Combi Plasma and a Stormbolter.
Wow.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah,
Wow, there you go. And so you'll actually get a decent amount of shots out of it because of the combi bit, because you will overwatch on 6s still. The -1 won't apply. So yeah, we'll still charge them.
Okay.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. All right, overwatch me. This is how it looks after the charge. We've got some Gene Stealers up in here, and then a bunch right up there, right pressed against it. The Harpy also tried to charge. He failed. I did move them up here. They're out of range of the Broodlord. Excuse me, back there. I didn't want to change the daisy chain too much because I would lose too many attacks. And I think I'm going to need every attack that I can rather than the +1 to hit. I think that will actually be more helpful in the scenario. He's got 4 squads in here total, besides the Chaos Lord. So we're just going to put 4 Gene Stealers into each. Works out really well. Gene Stealers did quite some work. We have 1 Raptor left of this squad. We have 1 Berserker left out of this squad, 1 Berserker left out of this squad. And of course the Chaos Lord, I didn't put any attacks to him. So we're gonna get whacked back by them. I have a feeling that quite a few Gene Stealers are gonna die, but I think that it won't be enough to really be a huge deterrent. This is how it looks at the end of everything. We do just have 2 Gene Stealers left. He did spend the 3 command points in order to fight again with this Chaos Lord. The World Eater was the one that happens immediately, so I was unable to do my fight again before he did. So I had a few more died, which deterred me from wanting to spend my command points in order to do that. So we do have this Rhino tied up. The Raptor will be able to fly out and still shoot some stuff because he's got fly. But overall, not a bad first turn for the Tyranids. We got rid of a lot of Raptors, a lot of Berserkers. I think that the punchback from these Berserkers will be able to do some pretty good stuff out of this Rhino here, and then the Deep Strike is going to hurt a lot. But we'll see exactly how it goes. One Raptor did end up running, so we are actually all done with the Raptors. We did still have both Berserkers hanging out after the morale phase. My Broodlord was close enough to make my Gene Stealers not run. And for scoring, I don't score the hold the line because that has to be done on the second turn or later. I do get 1 for Blood and Guts. I did kill 1 singular Berserker squad. I do score objective 3, and I did get 3 psychic powers off, so I get 2 points for Master of the Warp. World Eaters turn 2. We've still got Kingslayer. My Warlord is up in the sky. Secure objective 3, defend objective 3, claim and despoil. So we are going to be trying and getting those. Objective 3 is doable with some deep strike. Claim and despoil, quite possible, depending on charges and everything.
Beginning of World Eater's turn 2 movement phase. We've got some Berserkers to pile out of the Rhino. They're going to be moving up. We'll have Terminators coming down and Obliterators coming down. We'll get back to you at the end of the movement phase. End of turn 2 movement phase for World Eaters. We've got some shenanigans going on. I've deployed my Obliterators up here. They're just 9 inches away from his Termagants, so they've got some good line of sight on all his big baddies. I've got Terminators down here. 7 of them. You can see the Exocrine. A few of them are within rapid fire. We're going to try to bring it down. We've got a Chaos Lord hiding behind this wall, so he's going to try to make a pretty long charge. I think it's about 7 inches to get into the Tyrannifex with his nasty flamer, trying to not get flamed. If that guy doesn't make it, then the Berserkers are just going to get turned into goop. But we'll see. And then I've got my surviving 2 Berserkers back here. They're going to try and charge his Harpy. We'll see what happens there. We've got some shooting to do. Plasma, Obliterators, autocannons. We'll go through that one at a time in a minute.
And Havocs didn't move. Let's not forget those. They're important.
Yeah, Havocs, yeah.
These Terminators will be firing into the Exocrine. 3 not rapid fire range, 4 not in rapid fire range. Let's get ready to rumble.
Then the other 3 Terminators will declare into the Harpy. Alright, first, rerolling once because my Lord nearby. 2 hits. Well, 2 misses, but no dead. 2 more hits. Rerolling once. That's it. That's a hit. That's a miss, but not dead. Okay. And then 4s to wound you. Pretty good. I'll take that. 4 wounds, -3.
Come on, Exocrine. Looking for 6s. Nothing. Ooh, no. Taking 8 wounds down to 4. Into the Harpy.
First guy, 2 hits. Second guy, 2 hits. Last guy, 1 hit. And wounding on 3s. 3 wounds, -3.
And I didn't roll any 7s! Oh no! So he's down to 6. I know 4, I'm safe. Oh. Zerker squads going into the Tyrannifex. Got a couple of Meltas in there.
I did sneak some Meltaguns on him. The first one is within 6 of the Lord, so hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s. But he
oh no.
2. And then the second one, no help from this guy, and there's the 1. So that's a shame.
Rough. Bull pistols?
Well, 2 crack grenades from the first squad. We can reroll. It'll hit. 5 to wound. It will wound. -1. Go ahead.
-1, looking for a 4. Oh no, it goes through.
D3 damage for the 2.
Bada bing, bada boom.
And then the other guy, hitting on a 3, no rerolls, okay.
He's down to 10. Chaos Lords Melta into the Harpy.
Hitting on a 2. It'll hit.
There you go.
Wounded on a 3. It won't wound.
Unfortunate.
This Chaos Lord's Combi Melta into the Harpy. Hitting on a 2. Wounded on a 3. It wounds. -4.
-4. Oh, it goes right through.
Don't think it within 6, so just D6 damage. For the
Oh no!
1. I'll double check the range on that.
Havoc's going into the Swarm Lord.
8 shots, hitting on 3s. Strength 7, toughness 7, so wounded on force. That'll just be
looks
2.
like for 2.
-1.
Looking for 4s. Save. Take 1, fail 1. Down to 10.
And next squad will do the same thing. 3s. Oh.
Not great.
And force. Okay.
Oh, nothing. Oh, no.
Havocs are terrible.
Obliterators. Gonna be shooting.
Obliterators are going to shoot. I'm going to roll their profile before I nominate my target. So strength will be 8.
Not too bad. Not too bad.
AP is -3.
Oh, there you go.
Damage is 3.
Oh, man. Ooh, very nice. Got some juicy targets out there for that roll.
I will put 2 obliterators into your exocrine and 1 into your biovores in the back.
The Hive Guard?
Hive Guard.
Yes.
So 6 shots each. We'll start with the Hive Guard because I got 6 dice here. So hitting on 3s.
Oh, it's gonna cut. There we go.
And wounding on, what's their toughness?
Toughness of 4.
So 2s. So 5 wounds at -3.
Already.
You get
My bad. Strength 4, toughness 5. So, -3 on these. So, my 3-up goes to a 5-up. Which I fail all of them. So, all of my Hive Guard go down. Ooh, unfortunate.
12 shots into the exocrine, hitting on 3s. That's a 2. And it'll be wounding on 4s. Oh, pretty darn
Looks
good.
like 5.
5 at -3.
Looking for 6s. I have to pass all of them. Oh, well, pass 1, but not enough. Do I explode? I do not. All right, exocrine going down. The
All
deep
right.
strike charges that Ethan never makes
I gotta make a 9-inch charge.
is what he says. I don't know if I believe him.
Come on, guys.
Oh, are you gonna spend that command point?
Spend that command point. So now
All
I
right.
won't be able to swing again, immediately again. But come on, baby.
Oh no! No! Oh, that sucks. Chaos Lord charging everybody, I assume.
Yeah, because you can't see any. 7-inch charge. Well, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, he might make it into the Swarm Lord.
Oh, that's true. Let's measure it up.
He makes it into the Swarm Lord. Ooh. Do that. Some Heidi Berserkers back here will charge the Harpy. That might be close.
If they're within an inch, I bet you they make it.
Okay, they'll be in. And then I will just nominate your Swarm Lord with my first Berserker unit so I don't get overwatched to death. That may not.
I think that'll still make it because you have to be only within an inch, so.
Yeah, he can make it. And then the next squad, I don't think I'll be able to fit in there though.
Yeah, I think that'll be kind of difficult. You can roll it up and we can see, and if you can't make it, then we just won't do it.
Okay, well I rolled a 9. Well, I'll move this first squad and then we'll get back.
This Berserker squad was able to get in around over here. We were able to leave enough room for both bases to fit right here next to the Swarm Lord. So all the Berserkers were able to make it in.
No, I got one more chance. Long bomb charge. This Chaos Lord into the Warriors. No, he won't make it.
Well, it was definitely worth a shot. Right Berserker squad piled in, tagged my Tyran effects. I did 3 wounds to my Swarm Lord. I am going to spend the 2 command points to have him interrupt. He's going to put all of his attacks into the Berserker squad that hasn't swung yet, because they'll be able to attack twice. So hopefully I can kill all of them. So then we just get one more Berserker squad and the Lord.
End of turn 2 for World Leaders. We had a really solid punch back, killed a lot of stuff. Killed the Swarm Lord, killed the Hive Guard, killed the Harpy, killed the Exocrine, and tied up his Tyrannifex and his massive Termagant squad. So that was pretty clutch. I failed my charge with my Terminators, so that prevented me from scoring a lot of points, which is a bummer. So I didn't score any victory points, but I did kill a lot of units. So it's going to come down to if Jared can keep his lead on victory points, and if I can try and score some. It's kind of what it's at right now.
Yeah, and as part of that, the Lord and all those Berserkers did need to go into the Swarm Lord. The Lord could have attacked the Tyrannifex, but he was needed in order to take out fully the Swarm Lord, so decided to do that instead of trying to plink wounds off of the Exocrine, or not the Exocrine, the Tyrannifex, because that was going to be more useful to him at this immediate juncture. Rough race with a Berserker, he passed on a solid 1. It is now the objective turn time. I have one objective. I have hold the line, so I'm going to keep that one. I'm going to generate 3 more. So the first one is, if I can get this going, overwhelming firepower. Need a kill ship in the shooting phase. I think I might be able to do that one, actually. Secure objective 2, and objective 2 is right back over in that little corner, which I'm actually super going to be able to do that one. And behind enemy lines, those are going to be achieved simultaneously. We're going to go on to the movement phase of Tyranids, turn 2. Ethan has decided to use the Malestrom specific mission command stratagem. Signal disrupt is one command point. You can use it to make sure that I don't achieve it this turn. He's going to use it on overwhelming firepower. Hold the line, I might be able to get, regardless of which turn it is. Secure 2 and behind enemy lines, I'm going to be able to get those no matter what, depending on, I'm just going to get it the next turn. Overwhelming firepower, on the other hand, if he kills enough of my stuff next turn, it might be hard for me to achieve this, regardless of how many points that I have. So he's going to stop this next turn in an effort to make sure that I won't be able to score it ever. Turn 2, start of the movement phase for the Tyranids. We're going to have to move these guys over this way or back that way in an effort to stay away from all of this mess. We're going to have to back out of combat here with these Berserkers. Hopefully we'll be able to get some sort of thing that we can overwatch them, because we can't shoot right now. This Brood Lord, he's going to go hunting for probably some tasty units. Maybe the Chaos Lord, maybe the Zerker squads over there. We'll see. Those Gene Stealers, I think, are going to go up after those Havocs. Thinking about having my Flying Hive Tyrant laying down around here for his Terminator squad. We'll see. I'm not 100% sure about that. I did pick them as my murderous intent target, but I don't have very much support for him, so I'm not 100% sure about that. One Ripper Swarm is definitely going to go in there. I am going to hold the other Ripper Swarm back out of and just leave them up in, tunneling through the ground, because I might, those might die for whatever reason, and I might need to put the other ones elsewhere. So we'll just kind of wait and see what we need to do with them. End of the movement for our Tyranids. We moved back with this blob here, moved over with the Termagants and the Brood Lord. Brood Lord did advance, didn't get a high roll, but he's making his way on over to those Obliterators as fast as possible. Gene Stealers came up here. We're going to do some fighting over there, that which we don't kill from our piddly tiny shooting of our Termagants. Tyranid Warriors stayed put, so they get the reroll 1s. We came down with the Flying Hive Tyrant. We did deep strike our guys in here, of course, and then we've got a Brood Lord back over there, ready to start wrecking some Terminators if possible. Now onto the Psychic phase. We are going to start off with him. We're going to go ahead and we're going to cast Catalyst upon himself. Goes off with an 8, so he has a 5 up, feel no pain. We are going to smite with him next, and we are going to perils on that. You know what? I'll spend a command point. I've got 6 left, so okay. Goes off with a 7, and doing D3 wounds. So 2 kills the Terminator. And then the Broodlord's going to go, and he's actually going to cast the Horror. I was thinking about doing a Smite, but he's going to do the Horror onto your Terminators there. It does go off there, -1 to hit, -1 to morale. Morale I don't think will come into play, but who knows. Then the last Broodlord back there, he is going to Smite, and I think it'll hit your Obliterators. We will measure it up and see. Needing a 6 for this one, goes off with a 9. D3 mortal wounds for 2. It was indeed onto the Obliterators, so 2 wounds on them. We are going to go ahead and go on into the shooting phase. We've got 5 Termagants in range of these Berserker squads, so we're going to fire with them. They are hitting on 4s. Hey, pretty nice, pretty nice. Wounded on 4, strength 4 on their gun, so 2, minus nothing.
All right, 3 up. Fail 1.
Alrighty.
Boop.
We've got my Tyranid warriors. They're going back into this Berserker squad right here. They stayed still, so I am rerolling ones to hit. Hitting on 4s because they suck. Oh man, oh, so many 2s. 5 2s out of that business. And then of course 2 3s, which would hit for everyone but Tyranids. And we are going to have 1 wound at -1 onto those guys. Thought they'd die for sure.
4 up. Nope.
Nothing doing.
Nobody dies. They are strong.
Flying Hive Tyrant going to put all of his shots into the Terminators. 12 shots from the whatchamacallit, the one with the moored shots, not the Death Spitter, but the Devourer with Brain Leech Worms. That's what it is. Hitting on 3s, rerolling everything because they're who I picked for my Instinctive Killer trait. And so rerolling these hit rolls. All right, hit with everything. Full house indeed. Strength 6 against your toughness 4, so wounding on 3s. Ooh, that's quite a bit of wounds. All right, looks like you've got 6 saves, minus nothing.
2 up.
All saved. Very nice.
Good job, boys.
Charging time. We, of course, are going to start with Big Baddie himself. Going into the Terminators. We're going to have an 8-inch charge, and he's going to have a lot of Overwatch. All right, this is the charge roll. Coming in hot. I am going to spend a command point on the 1. Oh, wait a minute. So, in Overwatch, he did get the Melta through. I was like, might as well charge the Lord too. He got a 6 on his Melta wound, and I failed my 4-up invuln. So I completely forgot about charging flat. And I was like, I'll spend a command point on that. I wouldn't have, to make sure. But since I did roll a command point, I unfortunately failed this charge. I didn't take any wounds coming in, but I don't get it with a 7. I would have to get a 2 up on this. I'd have to get a 2 up.
That's rough.
I'm not going to charge with the Broodlord because if I do that, I bet you he'll die in Overwatch. And the thing is that because he died in Overwatch, he'd basically get a free round of shooting into him. But if I don't charge, either he has to shoot elsewhere, and then he has to charge this. I can spend 2 command points, have him fight in the fight phase as if he were still alive when he dies, and then I'll still get as much use out of him as I would have otherwise, and he'll have to spend more effort into him. So I'm not going to charge with the Broodlord here. I was only going to do it if the Hive Tyrant made it in. But here we're going to charge with the Gene Stealers back there. We're going to charge into the, it's a 2-man squad now, as well as the 1-man. No, we're just going to charge into the 2-man, and we'll see how Overwatch goes. Melta, paying off hard. I took a Melta to the face running in. Kind of unfortunate, but hey, Melta, what are you going to do? So we're going to go ahead and we're going to just start with the Gene Stealer right here. I need another dice. Give me another dice. Actually, no, I just need this many because I only have 1 Gene Stealer. So we are hitting on 3s, which all hit, and then we are wounding on 4s. That is just -1.
4 up. Saving it.
There you go.
I will go ahead and heroically intervene with my Chaos Lord here. Boop.
I didn't give him any chance. I just started rolling, so that was my bad.
Filming, rules are hard.
Rules are hard.
We forget a lot.
Yeah, and we're trying to go fast, so we like getting all the content out, so that way we aren't just sitting here like while we're thinking, what's the rule for this? Do you want to do a thing? I don't know.
Thanks for letting me intervene, bro.
So we had a fun little situation.
Oh, this was so bad.
So neither of us assumed that the Gene Stealers would whiff that hard against the two Berserkers. And they did. And of course the Berserkers piled in, and the Power Fist guy, the champion, piled into the Tyranids and did 11 wounds to him. So the Tyranids died over a little misplay by me. I should have moved him back further. I had never assumed that would take place.
Shouldn't have charged with your Gene Stealers.
You're right. I should have just let your Berserkers just run amok at my back lines.
Melta on Overwatch is OP, man.
So he is dead, but he was unhappy about the situation, and he decided to whack a Berserker in the face. Of course, his unhappiness didn't end there. It whacked two Termagants on its way out. So
yeah, he blew up.
A couple of them died. Well, brother, you did good, but not good enough.
Thanks for charging with your Gene Stealers, so my Berserkers could attack your Tyranids. Rules are fun.
You're welcome. Alright, so I'm not scoring, hold the line. I do have enough units back there, but he's got his obliterators in there. Wasn't able to get to him this time around. I'm not scoring overwhelming firepower. Not only did I not actually kill anything in the shooting phase, which I knew I wasn't going to, but he spent a command point to make sure I couldn't do that. And then, Secure Objective 2, I definitely get that. And behind enemy lines, I definitely get that. So I am
Rippers.
Ripper Swarms. I was thinking, I actually could have left my Gene Stealers back and tied up his Havocs there, and they would have been behind enemy lines, and on my other Ripper Swarm I could have put it back there. But I didn't read the behind enemy lines all the way through. I didn't realize that it was a D3 card, so that was my mistake for that. But I'll have First Strike, Secure Objective 2, behind enemy lines, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a total of 7 command points to Ethan's 0?
0. Yeah, I don't have First Strike. Don't have Slay the Warlord yet. You're going down, buddy. So we'll see if I can score some victory points. That was a pretty whiff of a turn for the Tyranids, unfortunately. But they are up 7 victory points. So it'll all come down to World Eaters if they can score any victory points on their next turn. Turn 3, World Eaters. I've got no new cards, so it's still all get to Objective 3, take it from the Tyranids. So that'll be my plan. I'll be moving my Terminators up that way. I've got some decisions to make over here. I'll probably put my Chaos Lord in that building and try to get a sneaky charge through so I don't get overwatched to death. Havocs are going to stay put. Shoot shots over towards the Hive Tyrant. And Obliterators, they're up there. They'll probably shoot down at these warriors. Maybe shoot, I don't know what else they're going to shoot at. They don't really have any other targets, but name of the game, score some points. Movement phase is complete. I moved my 2 Berserker champions left up and the Rhino up. Getting ready to charge some Termagants. I've got my Chaos Lord hiding in here so he can charge through that wall and not get overwatched. I shuffled my Terminators around so a few of them can shoot at the Brood Lord and 3 of them can shoot back here at that warrior if I need to. They are -1 to hit from the horror, so won't be overcharging them. Moved my Warlord over here to charge through this wall onto his Hive Tyrant, and I got my Berserker unit here to follow up on that charge. Obliterators stayed put. Havocs kind of shuffled up a little bit so they'd have better line of sight because they ignore the moving and firing heavy weapons penalty. And now I'm going to put some shots over into the Hive Tyrant. Any penalties to hit it?
No.
Alright, hitting on 3s. Oh, that's not great. Strength 7, so force.
Yes, indeed.
Force. Not bad. 3, -1.
Alrighty. Got our 4-up invul save here.
Nice.
So, taking 2. I do have 2 catalyst saves, however.
Catalyst.
All right, just taking 1.
Solid. All right, next unit will do the same thing. A little better hit rolls. Wounded on 4s. Not good wound rolls. Well, about the same. 3.
You know. Ooh, okay. Need 1 more dice. I failed 2, so I've got 4 catalyst saves to make. Passed 2 of those, so I've taken 3 total from the Havoc Squad, down to 9.
Next up, Terminators will shoot into the Broodlord and into the Warriors. I'm not overcharging because I'll kill myself on a 1 or a 2. So I've got 6 guys rapid firing their combi plas into the Broodlord, hitting on 4s.
The horror showed up for a couple of dice. That's all I need. That's all I want.
And strength 7, so wounded on 3s. 4, -3.
Alrighty, looking for some 5-up invulns here. Making 1. And so that's 3 damage?
3 damage.
Alrighty, I believe I'm down to either 3 or 2. I can't remember exactly how many wounds he has.
3 guys shooting at the Warrior Squad, hitting on 4s, and wounded on 3s. 2, -3 on the Warriors.
So those will go straight through. 1's down to 1.
Combi Melta from the Berserker, shooting at the Hive Tyrant, hitting on a 3. It'll hit. Wounded on a 3. Ooh. Should I command point that? I've got 1 left. Yeah, I will. Last command point.
Gonna do it. Gonna do it. Of course
Nope,
not.
it won't.
Of course not. Why would it work?
Alright, I'll have the combi plas and the Stormbolter shooting into the Termagants there. So there's the combi bolter, sorry. And I will shoot the both profiles. So these will be -1 to hit for the plasma and the combi bolter part. But here's the hitting on 3s. No rerolls. Wounded on 3s. So 2 at no AP. Here is the plasma hitting on 4s. 2 hits. Wounded on 2s. So that'll just be 1 dead guy. And then the combi bolter part hitting on 4s. Wounded on 3s. So 1 more bolter.
6-up saves. Passing 1, so 3 die total.
3 die total. 2 frag grenades from the Berserker Champions into the Termagant squads. So that'll be 9 frags. There's 9 frag shots hitting on 3s. Not great. Wounded on 4s. 4 wounds. No AP.
So looking for a 6. I'm looking for a 6. Not getting any of them. 4 going down.
Nibbling them down. Next up, I have a combi Melta from this Lord. He's going to shoot over at the Warriors. The Melta profile is out of range, so I'm just shooting the bolter part, and it's just with a 1 shot that'll hit there. So hitting on a 2, rerolling 1s because he's the Lord. It hits, and wounds you on a 4. 1 wound.
Alright, looking for a 4.
You got it.
Alright, passing it.
Next up, I'll shoot my other Chaos Lord hiding back here. His Melta is within range, and he's rapid firing the combi profile, so I'm going to shoot both, so -1 to hit you. So hitting on 3s with the bolter profile first. Rerolling 1s because he's a Lord. They both hit. Wounds on a 4. 1 wound, no AP.
Alright, and we're passing it.
Saving it, nice.
Saving it on a 4.
Here's the Melta profile. Rerolling 1s for being a Lord. It'll
There you
hit.
go.
Wounds you on a 2.
It doesn't
wounds.
go straight through.
-4, so the guy
Gonna
with
kill
1
this
wound
guy.
dies. Next up, the Obliterators are going to put all their shots into those Warriors, so I don't have to worry about those anymore. They're not really in range of anything else useful. So their strength is going to be strength 8, AP 2, and 3 damage.
Oh man, that 3 damage again.
Again, ooh. I need 1 more dice here. So I'll have 6 more shots after this. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 2s. Okay.
Ooh, very nice.
Well, just roll those.
How many 6s can I make? How many 6s can I make? Not nearly enough.
Alright, the Warriors are gone. Into the charge phase, this Chaos Lord's going to declare in this Hive Tyrant. I'm out of line of sight, so you can't see me. Need a 5 to make it in. Oh my.
Oh gosh. You spent your last command point
On the
Melta.
Yep.
Rope.
So I will declare with my Berserkers 2. Don't really have another option, so you'll get to Overwatch me. Into the charge phase. Got a bunch of stuff in. Didn't take any damage on Overwatch for this Rhino. He charged this unit to tie them up. Got my champions and my Lord all mixed up in that mess. I've got 2 Berserkers over here. They're probably going to just get interrupted on and killed, but we'll see what Jared wants to do. I've got this Broodlord surrounded here. I think it's my best bet to fight here first and try to bring down the Broodlord, because if he interrupted, he could kill like 6 Terminators, and if I don't score some victory points here for taking 3, I'm screwed. So we're going to go here first. All right, Terminators, swinging on the Broodlord. I'll have 4 attacks per guy for Shock Assault and being World Eaters, and they all have chain axes. So hitting on 3s. I'll have this. And then
hitting on 4s.
Oh, right, because I'm -1 to hit for the horror. And then wounding on...
I am toughness 5.
4s. So that'll be 5 so far.
I'll really quickly roll these and 1 AP.
1 AP.
Alright, looking for a 5-up invul. Jump dice don't count! Jump dice don't count! Alright, so I'm taking 3. He does indeed die from the first volley. I think you all know what's coming. I'm spending 2 command points. Broodlord is going to fight again. So, I have 6 attacks. Hitting on 2s. I'm going just straight into the Terminators, obviously. Hitting on 2s. Hey, they all hit. And I'm wounding on 3s. But I'm re-rolling all failed wound rolls. Alrighty. So, oh no, drop a 1. Alright, so we've got 3. Save them separately because 2 do flat 3 and then 3 do D3. So the 2 that do flat 3.
Which one do you want me to take first? Because you'll determine how damage is applied.
Oh, I would like for you to take the flat ones first because you don't have any guy wounded.
Yeah. Oh, so these are 5 up to save. So 2 Terminators will just die. And then these are the D3 damage ones. So I'll save one of those. So you get to do...
Alright, so first one takes 3. Second one, whoop, takes 3.
4 Terminators down.
That would be... Oh no, you did save 1. Yep, so yeah, 4 Terminators. Not bad. I think that is definitely worth 2 command points. On the tail of the Broodlord going down, the Flyrant is going to interrupt and whack at the 2 Berserkers there. Flyrants, of course, only have 4 attacks because, you know, why would they have, you know, a lot? Because anyway, so hitting on 2s, I'm rerolling all failed because of the Maw Claws. And then I am wounding on 3s, rerolling all failed wounds because they are Monstrous Rending Claws. Alright, so that will be 3 at -3 and 1 at -6.
6 ups? No, they die.
Alrighty. I think it was worth it just to make sure that he didn't die. He's pretty survivable with the Catalyst on there, but, you know, funky stuff has happened. So he's going to go next with the 2 Zerkers here in the Chaos Lord and wreck my entire Termagant squad.
Swinging with the Lord first. Hitting on 2s, rerolling 1s.
Pretty necessary on that one.
Yep.
Ooh,
so
no.
1 drop, that's okay. Killing on 2s. So that'll be 6 dead. Berserker champions, they have a power fist, but I'm just going to attack with their just baseline close combat profile, so I don't have the -1 to hit. He'll still get a 6-up save, but that's okay. So these will hit on 3s. Rerolling 1s. See all those misses I would have had? And then wounds on 3s. And so he'll have 6.
Ooh, nothing. 6 more die.
Okay. And then I'll swing with the other champion real quick. Hitting on 3s. Okay.
Love seeing them 2s. Love seeing them 2s.
Winning on 3s. Or that many more. No,
alright. 6 more. 6 ups. Of course I can save them all. Oh, I saved 1. So a total of 11 more.
End of turn 3 for World Eaters. I've got 1 Battle Shock test. I lost 4 Terminators. So I need to roll 1 is good. No one else runs. Other than that, I'll actually score some victory points this turn. I secure objective 3. I got claim into spoil. So I'll need to roll for that. For the 3, that was necessary. And I'm currently defending objective 3 with my Terminators.
Beginning of Tyranids turn 3. I of course ignore morale because of the Broodlord here. I have 2 objectives currently. I have Hold the Line and Overwhelming Firepower, so I need to draw 2 more. This is the first one. Looks like we've got Big Game Hunter. I need to kill that Rhino. And then I've got Swarm. I score a victory point if I control more objective markers than my opponent at the end of the turn. I think that will be doable as you only hold one victory or one objective.
True.
Alright, so the absolutely useless Termagants backed up over there. The other ones have backed up over there to hold that objective. So I will be holding more objectives at the end of my turn, automatically scoring the Swarm one. The Broodlord is going to charge the Rhino here, gaining me Big Game Hunter. Hold the Line is going to be extremely difficult to get. Kill something in the shooting phase is going to be extremely hard to get. My fly unit moved over here. I was almost in range to move him over to shoot at one of the Berserker squads, which would have given me kill something in the shooting phase. But unfortunately, I was just like an inch out of range to do that, so he's going to stick here. I think that killing the hero here will be more important overall, and it will gain me kill the Warlord and possibly Kingslayer if I draw it later. So we're going to go straight on into the Psychic phase. This Swarm or Flyant, good heavens, Flying Hive Tyrant is going to, you know what? He's going to catalyst himself first. And he is not going to get that with a 5. Let me pause while I think about rerolling that. I spend the command point on the 1. It's my last command point. I do get it with a 9. So he is catalysted. Then I am going to the Horror, the Terminators, just to make sure that he doesn't plasma me again. Do get it with a 7. And then with the Broodlord over there, I am going to Paroxysm your Chaos Lord. That means he'll fight last in the fight phase. Sounds good. I do get that with a 6. Florent is going to shoot his Lord here. I was thinking about shooting the Terminators, but I think that with 4 attacks in the tail, I've really just got to make sure I can get as many wounds on him as I can. I was considering smiting, but I think that those are going to be more important later on. So, we've got 12 shots. They're hitting on 3s. And then we are going to be wounding on 3s. So we have that many for you. It looks like 6. No AP.
3 up saves.
Failing 4. Good heavens. And you have 5 wounds, right?
It's got 1 wound left.
Oh, good. Charge the clock. My Flying Hive Tyrant is going to charge his Murder Sword.
Super Melta, here we go. Nope.
Ah.
Combi Bolter. Hey, got a hit there. 5 to wound you. 1 wound.
There we go. Alright, Catalyst. Oh man, plinking a wound off an Overwatch.
Nibble, nibble, nibble,
Nom,
nibble.
nom, 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 nom. Do I make it in? Oh gosh, how does that happen? What? Oh man, that's incredible. My Broodlord is going to charge in. So you've got 6 bolter shots?
This many bolters. Get a couple hits. 1 wound, no AP.
4 up? Nope.
Oh, plasma overcharging. I don't care.
Oh man.
No.
Well, good effort. All right.
Hey,
make it in.
oh my
goodness. Flyer at first, going into the Murder Sword guy. We're going to see if we can bring him on down. We are hitting on 2s. Alrighty, and the Maw Claws allow me to reroll all failed hit rolls. So there we go. 4s. And now we are strength 7, so we are going to be wounding on 3s, but I reroll all failed 1s. Alright. Well, actually it won't matter because it'll just be your invuln and your 1 wound left, so you can roll them all at the same time. No!
Oh my god!
I've got the tail! I've got the tail! I've got the tail! I've got the tail! He hits with the tail! He wounds with the tail! That's a 6! No AP! No! It goes through! No! Broodlord hitting the Rhino. 6 attacks. Hitting on 2s. Hey, there we go. Now I am wounding all 5s, but I'm rerolling all failed wound rolls. Oh, good heavens. Rerolling all failed wound rolls. Ah, there we go. There's the 2 6s I needed. AP 6, 3 damage apiece.
Do I explode? Nope.
1.
Bye, Rhino.
end of Tyranids turn 4. I do score Swarm, and I do score Big Game Hunter, as well as Slay the Warlord. So I'm sitting pretty on points. I just got to make sure that he's unable to get too many more. It's going to be kind of difficult, but we'll see what we can do.
Going into World Eaters turn 4, I do get Defend Objective 3 at the end of Jared's turn. So I'll get to draw 3 more. Secure Objective 4. Rise to Glory. I need to kill a character, vehicle, or monster with a character. I got 1 left. And secure 6.
Something that I did forget to mention in my movement phase. And they achieved their goal. The Ripper Swarms came down right here. So they're currently achieving their goal of forgetting about them. Hopefully I don't forget about them, but Ethan does later on. He's listening to this, so he knows. But still, they're off tucked in a corner, so hopefully he won't be able to reach them.
Turn 4, World Eaters movement.
Turn 5.
Turn 5,
What
World
up?
Eaters movement. I've got some running to do. I'm going to run my Obliterators. Their weapons are assault, so at least I'll get to shoot them. So I'm going to move a total of 7 inches. That gets me down to this level. I'm going to run this Berserker Champion to go over to get to Objective 6. So he'll move 9 inches. We will put him like right here. I'll see if I can get line of sight on the Broodlord, because he could still, I think the Combi Melt is still assault, so he might still be able to shoot his melt at you. I'll go ahead and think about what I'm going to do next. Going to run this Berserker Champion. I need a 5 to get within range of Objective 4. So here we go. Nope. He'll be an inch out. And I'm going to move my Terminators up in the general direction of Objective 4. And that'll be just about all for shooting. After I get these guys set up, we'll get into that's all for moving. Then we'll get into the shooting phase. Terminators are going to put their shots into the Hive Tyrant. 2 are in rapid fire range, 3 are not. I will not overcharge, because they are the Horde again. So I'm hitting on force. Oh, I should have overcharged. And I'm wounding on 4s.
Yep, wounded on 4s.
Just the 1.
Alrighty, 4 up invuln. Ooh, and 2 no, just 1 damage. Alright, I do catalyst save it. Alrighty.
No, I'm surprised. The autocannons are shooting into the Hive Tyrant. So these hit on the 3s, and they'll wound on the 4s. So 3 minus 1.
3 minus 1. Looking for 4s. Oh, passing 2. So a couple of catalyst saves here. Saving neither. Down to 6.
Next squad will do the same thing. And wounded on 4s. 3.
Alrighty, 2 catalyst saves here. Passing 1, down to 5. Doing pretty alright. Doing pretty alright. Way to go there, little buddy. He is bracketed though. So he is going down a little bit in move. I think attacks and strength.
Alright, I'll shoot my Berserker, who ran, but Meltagun is assault, so he's going to put his Meltagun into the Broodlord over there. And on a 4, it'll hit. Wounding on a 3, it won't wound. So I'll shoot my Meltagun. I'll shoot all my guns into the Broodlord from my Chaos Lord there. So hitting on a 3 with the Meltagun. Wounds on a 3. It'll wound.
Alright.
So you're minus 4, so you're
looking for a 5. Alright, goes through.
Alright, 2d6 pick the highest for melt range. Getting the 6.
Alright.
There you go.
He goes down. I don't think I explode. I definitely don't.
Don't have to charge him, that's something. Now I'll shoot my Obliterators into this 6-man squad here. They ran as well, so they'll be minus 1 to hit. So strength is 8. AP is relevant. And damn it, I guess all of this is relevant. I wound you on 2s. And
actually, yeah, it is all relevant. You got a good point.
Everything, yeah, every roll is relevant. Yeah, because nothing would matter. So these hit on 4s. I'll have 6 more attacks after. And let's see if I can roll 6 2s. Okay, squad is white.
Alright. Well, guys, Hit a lot of points for you, and you did diddly. I guess part of it was my fault, but still.
Charging my Chaos Lord into that Termagon squad in the back, needing probably 5 or so. We'll measure. I don't think I'll make it because I have to go around because I can't stand in the wall. Wasn't able to pick up Kingslayer. Didn't quite make it to Objective 4. I did get Rise to Glory for a point, and I did get Secure Objective 6.
Tyranids, turn 5.
Turn 4.
Turn 4. You're right. I'm bad at this. It's been turn 4 the whole time, people. The whole time! I'm bad at counting. So I need to draw 2 objectives. I did count that one right. So, first one is Area Denial. Oh, I have to kill this Zerker right in the middle here. Which I think is possible. And then I've got to secure Objective 5. Objective 5 is this one right here, I believe. No, it's this one back over here.
Hey, you got some Rippers close by.
I think I might be able to get that one. We are going to do Catalyst first from the, well, I suppose we should probably talk about the movement phase a little bit. We should probably do that. He moved on up. He's going to be close to the Terminators, but he's going to be able to shoot either Zerker that he would like to. I did move out with those Termagants over there. They only have the Flesh Borers, so they're not going to be great, but we can see if we can kill that last Zerker champion. And then off over to the right, we've got the Tyranid Ripper Swarm. They rolled a 6 on their advance, getting onto that objective, no problem. We're going to go right into the Psychic phase here. We're going to start off with a Catalyst from the Flying Hive Tyrant. Getting it with a 9. He's got a 5 up, feel no pain. It's been great for me the whole game, so might as well keep going. Then he's going to smite those Terminators right there. No, does not go off with a 3. So, I wouldn't have made the horror anyway. So, we'll go ahead and go right into shooting. All of those Termagants back over there are going to fire at that Berserker champion right there. So, yeah, the
Area Denial.
Area Denial indeed. So, we've got 9 shots. Hitting on 4s.
Nice.
Not too bad, not too bad. Wounded on 4s. Oh gosh. 5 saves for you there, buddy.
See if I can do the same thing.
Not quite.
Almost. He
Not
goes
quite.
down.
Flying Hive Tyrant is going to put all of his shots into the last Berserker champion there. 12 shots, hitting on 3s. His ballistic skill does not degrade at the second profile, so it's still hitting on 3s. So we got a pretty good hit going on there, pretty good hit. And we are wounding on 3s here. Alrighty. So we've got 5 saves for you, buddy, there.
Still get cover. So 2s. Oh, cover didn't even matter. Rolled all 3s. We should really film Overwatch, because I keep overwatching pretty good. I snuck 2 wounds in on him. I actually had 4, but he made 2 of his Catalyst saves, like the feel no pain boss he is. So we've got a short charge to make for the Hive Tyrant.
I think we'll make it. Hive Tyrant swinging into the Terminators. I have degraded to my last profile. Both those wounds super mattered. So now I'm hitting on 4s. I am rerolling everything, not only for the Maw Claws, but also because they are my instinctive killer unit. So hitting on 4s, rerolling, failed already. Wounding on 3s here. And re-rolling all failed due to the fact that they're Rending Claws. You got 2 at -3 there, buddy.
Alright, 5 up in Vulm or Armor. I make 1.
D3. Just 1. Oh, rough.
But you have your tail!
I have my tail! I have the tail! I have the tail! It's a 3. But I get a re-roll. Okay.
There was a 1. I'll swing back with my Terminators. I'll have 3 attacks each. I get +1 for Shock Assault, but I don't get an extra 1 for being a World Leader. I have to make the charge. So Chain Axes, hitting on 3s. I'll have 4 more attacks after this for the Lord, and Strength 5, so winning on 5. And Hot Dog, that was pretty darn good. So there's those.
4 ups. Oh no, because of -1. -1 doesn't matter. It does.
Gosh.
Do I explode? I don't.
Gosh.
Unfortunate.
So that'll be Kingslayer on my turn. That helps.
Yeah.
That helps World Leaders points a ton.
End of Tyranid, turn 4. I do score overwhelming firepower. I did kill 1 Berserker. That was it, but it did count as a unit. I did end up securing Objective 5. and I did grab area denial. I obviously wasn't able to kill the Lord who was within 12, and that Zerker fiendishly avoided everything, so I wasn't able to get it either way. So, we're going on to the World Eater, turn 5. What are your objectives, good sir?
Well, I did score Kingslayer in your turn, so I'm going to roll for that real quick. Getting only one.
There we go, that's what I like.
So we'll put that there. For my new objectives, I have defend objective 6, so I got to stand right in the middle. I've got overwhelming firepower, I got to shoot you. Okay. And defend objective 1.
Objective 1 is right here.
Oh boy, well, it's going to split me up.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be rough for you. World Eaters, turn 5!
Alright, it's going to come down to moving around. I'll leave my obliterators up here to pour shots into your termagants for overwhelming firepower. I got to make a 3 or 4 inch run roll with this berserker to try to get to objective 6. 5, that will get me there. These Terminators are just going to move up to hold 4 and make sure we get overwhelming firepower. Chaos Lord back here, he's just going to float back to grab 1. And other than that, that'll be about it. Just kill some Termagants and that'll be the end of my turn. Turn 5, World Eater shooting. I'm going to start with the Obliterators, putting all their shots into those Termagants to get overwhelming firepower. It doesn't matter what I roll for the profile, it's always going to be, even at my worst profile, it doesn't change anything. So hitting on 3s and killing on 2s. So you've got 3 guys left. I have 6 more shots. So 3s, 2s. So that exactly enough. 10 dead Termagants. End of World Eater's turn 5. I am securing objective 4 for a point. I am currently defending 6 and 1, and I scored overwhelming firepower. So I get these 2. I am defending these 2. So unless some rippers can strip me off those,
yeah,
we'll see if Jared pulls any cards that he can score with his rippers, because we're pretty close on victory points right now.
We've got 3 objectives for the turn. Tyranids, hold the line. I have not been able to achieve this whole time, so we still have that one. But for this one, priority orders receive. Oh, I should have deleted that one. But it would be this one, decapitate. Perfect. That one's terrible. I have to kill a character with a character. Alrighty. So, for my second one, no prisoners. Have to kill something. Oh, that's awful. Alright, mission critical objective. I need a die. And I roll a 2. That's that one back there. I'm going to get that one. Tyranids, turn 5. Done. So, what I actually did was stand still. So we got Ripper Swarms over there, and Ripper Swarm is still in here. This is objective 2, so they're sticking on this. Yeah. That's it. Well, actually, you know what? I'm going to move my Ripper Swarms back a little bit so I don't get shot by the Havocs, so that if I get another something about 5, maybe I can get it again. I don't know. We'll move them back, but more importantly, sir, would you like to roll to see if the game goes on?
On a 3+.
You did go first.
So 1 or 2, the game ends.
Yes! We'll have to do the points! We'll have to do the points!
Oh no, it's very close.
It's extremely close.
End of the game, we've added up victory points. It is incredibly close. We both have Slay the Warlord. We are both scoring behind enemy lines. Jared got first strike. I did not. Jared has a total of 15 victory points, including everything. And World Eaters snuck in with a win with 17 victory points after adding everything. What a close game.
It was so close. You were getting so many defends that you were able to secure with your Terminators.
Yeah. These defends that I drew at the end really caught me up. You know,
clutch.
That's the game, and you didn't get any multiple D3s.
I had the opportunity to get a couple, but it wasn't doable at the time. But we'll talk about it in the post-game chat. Thanks for watching. Stick around for the post-game chat if you would like, and hear about what we thought about the game. I enjoyed the game heavily, and we'll see kind of who we thought were the best units.
Welcome to the post-game show, where we talk about our favorite units of the game and how the game went. Man, that's a tough one. I don't know what mine were. What were your favorite units?
I think my favorite units, well, it was a combination of, I'm sure those of you who play Tyranids or have played against Tyranids know the whole slingshot swarm lord with Jane Stealers business.
I was not expecting that. That
was quite good. I was able to kill all the berserkers and most of the raptors. Well, okay, almost all the berserkers and almost all the raptors.
Yeah.
With that little business there. And then he did kill some more berserkers. So really between him and the Gene Stealers, I really did a lot of damage to your berserker squads.
Yeah, they definitely did the most damage across your army. Your hive guard were pretty good too. I mean, they got shot out early in the game, but man, being able to shoot those guys twice and being strength 8 and not needing line of sight, that's a solid
They're
unit.
very good. 36 inches on their gun though makes them a little bit harder to use.
Yeah.
They're kind of expensive, not that durable, but they are, an out of line of sight unit, so that brings in their durability. I didn't bring 6 of them. 6 of them is pretty the typical thing to do if you're looking for more like competitive business out of them.
Because then you could shoot that 6 unit twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been. You just kill the 2 rhinos right there.
Yeah, and people don't often run Kronos. I like running Kronos a lot because I like shooty stuff. So the Chronosphere stands still rerolling ones to hit. I really like.
Yeah.
It's good on the Exocrine, good on the Hive Guard, and those are some of the units that I really like to run.
Yeah, that's solid. That's hard to beat. 3 up, rerolling ones.
Yeah.
Now you feel like a Space Marine.
Yeah. That I don't have to pay for the captain for.
That you don't. Yeah, you just stand there. It's pretty solid.
Yeah. A lot of the Havocs get a little bit of hate because they just don't do that much.
Yeah, it felt like the Havocs, the autocan Havocs, didn't do much. Like the shots didn't like connect or go through, or they were saved by a catalyst or something. But they are only like 115 points for 8 autocannon shots. That's not bad.
That's not bad, especially
really
because the way that the autocannons were versus your plasma, the autocannons were much more reliable in terms of being able to output damage because you never had to overcharge them. They always did 2 damage, and they were strength 7, whereas your plasma, if you weren't overcharging it, was 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm shooting at 4 up invulns. So
Yeah, 3 up going to a 4 up, yeah.
the plasma -3 doesn't matter a whole lot.
No, so I think that the Havocs weren't actually that bad. You didn't roll super good with them, but I mean, you can't be mad at your unit because you rolled badly.
Right, that's the game. Sometimes, I think our rolls were pretty back and forth as far as luck goes. Like, we both had some clutch moments and both had some, like both of our first turns, we didn't do as much as we should have in the shooting phase.
Right.
Well, I mean, my first turn shooting phase is really just Havocs, so I think that's fair. I wasn't going to do much turn 1 shooting, but you should have popped both rhinos, more than likely, which you didn't, which kept some berserkers alive, which I think those berserkers might be my MVP just because they didn't die. They just survived. Normally they don't, because,
Because you'll do what I did with the Gene Stealers and go for them.
Yeah, they're supposed to get into combat, run up there, they do crazy amounts of attacks. They're going to be out in the open, this is what they do. Yeah. But they were able to score a lot of points just at the end game, especially having that 1 unit alive that could run and grab something, even if it's just a single model. And that single model champion has 10 Power Fist attacks if you don't get rid of them. So, I mean, that's more than most characters.
Yeah, well, and plus for the berserkers, having 1 model left, I typically don't hate having 1 model left in a unit because that's a unit that your opponent will never really put a bunch of stuff into. It's just kind of like extra shots and stuff, and then you can use that one model to do stuff because you don't care about that unit either at that point. But it's going to get you points. Like my Tyranid, my Ripper Swarms. I love Ripper Swarms. 33 points for a troop choice for 3 little models that you can deep strike. It's just fantastic.
Oh yeah, go anywhere. Their models are so low that they can hide behind just about anything, you know? So it's really easy to keep them out of line of sight. They grabbed, how many points did they score for you? 4 or 5?
Yeah, they scored a bunch.
Like that. And that's 66 points to your army.
Yeah,
scoring that
tiny.
many points. Yeah, those are great.
Yeah, I love Ripper Swarms. I think that in like hyper competitive lists, people should run tons of Ripper Swarms. I don't know how many, but like, you know, I don't think that the other troop choices necessarily are like, you know, hyper competitive.
Yeah.
The Ripper Swarms, I think, are extremely good.
Well, they're cheap choices to fill out troops to get battalions, because you had 2.
Yeah, I had 2 battalions.
And you had command points throughout the whole game, and maybe I could have, you know, changed my list around to get some more command points, but I only had the 8. So I burned through them in like turn 3. I was out of stuff. I mean, I did use the swing again stratagem, which saved a bunch of berserkers because I killed so many gene stealers.
Oh yeah, I would have definitely swung again with my gene stealers if you hadn't killed.
Yeah, and then they all would have been dead, and then those were those units that scored a bunch of points for me. So
yeah,
command points well spent. But yeah, Ripper Swarms are great.
Yeah, I think that in any, you know, really good list, if you don't have Ripper Swarms, personally, I you know, I think that, you know, you might be lacking something there with that unit. But in comparison to like Berserkers as a troop choice, I don't know. I like Berserkers a lot.
I love Berserkers for a troop choice for World Eaters, especially with the new Shock Assault / Hateful Assault rule for that extra attack. They're getting +2 attacks on the charge. They're swinging twice, so that's, you know, that's
a ridiculous amount of attacks.
That's 8 attacks per guy. I always give them chain axes and a chain sword, so really that's 10 attacks per guy. And then the champion I always give them a power fist in case I run into, you know, swarm lords or Tyrannifexes or, you know, vehicles, characters, whatever. You know, they're a sneaky little, not really sneaky. They just kill stuff.
They're yelly little low point troop choices.
And they force interrupts all the time.
Oh yeah.
Because like I swing once, you're still gonna want to interrupt against that unit that swung once, even if it's just that. Because if you don't, you know, it could kill the rest of whatever they're fighting. So.
And I didn't hate your Terminators either.
Yeah, Terminators, you know, they get a lot of hate. Maybe not a lot of hate, but they're kind of overcosted for what they do and for how unsurvivable they are, especially Chaos ones that only have the 5-up save. You know, you can't put Storm Shields on them. You know, like Wolfguard Terminators, you could have a Plasma Squad with 3-up invulns instead. You know, that's much more appealing. And I didn't run them as Slanesh to use Endless Cacophony and double tap with them.
Right.
You know, they're a lot more, especially, you know, that 10-man Plasma Squad for Terminators, that was a common thing in the early days when the Chaos book first came out to double tap with it. You know, you got 10 Plasma Terminators shooting twice, so that's 40 plasma shots. I think it was like a 400-point unit back in the day. I think they're around 300 or so now because they got a few point decreases. But really what they did is they survived. that last turn when the Hive Tyrant charged in and I did those 2 wounds on Overwatch, which lowered your profile, which kept them alive, and then I had some good attacks back and killed the Hive Tyrant. So that was pretty clutch. They did fail their charge, which, I mean, the 9-inch charge, you know, you're going to fail that most of the time. But if they had made that, then I would have scored a lot more victory points early on in the game. That would have basically been a whole 3 more cards I would have gotten. But they did work. You know, there's still something you have to deal with. There's a lot of stuff in the game that can deal with them well, especially, you know, like plasma that burns straight through their armor, and then they're just 2 wounds each. So they're really easy to counter, but you still have to have those counters in your army to deal with them effectively. Like, I wanted to get rid of your Exocrine as soon as possible because he could just hose down the whole squad.
Yeah, my Exocrine and my Hive Guard just.
Oh yeah. It's kind of a glass cannon unit, but it worked out this game.
Well, I don't know if I'd call them a glass cannon unit for Terminators. I'd say that they're actually kind of beefy because you can't put any small arms fire into them.
Yeah,
You can't do any of that. It has to be big.
Yeah, you do
Has
have
to
to
be big
put
stuff.
your elite or kind of mid-tier shooting, like plasma autocannon.
Yeah, putting las cannons in the one where las cannon equivalency going on.
Right, that feels bad. You don't want to put like D6 shots into them. That's true.
D6 damage, yeah. So I mean, they're like a weird like middle of the line. I still don't think that they're like hyper competitive, but I think that Terminators are a little bit overlooked in terms of their usability, just because people have to have ways to deal with them.
I think if you're, you have to play them as Slanesh for Endless Cacophony to double tap them. If you're going to bring Plasma Terminators, that's obviously the best way to do it.
Yeah.
But then they wouldn't be World Eaters, and World Eaters are the best faction, so.
But if you're going to be doing the Slanesh, then if you're bringing any Blitz, then you can't Endless Cacophony on both.
Right.
So.
Same with the Blitz, should bring a 3-man unit of Obliterators with, Slanesh so you could shoot it twice. Definitely not an optimal combination, but,
No, but it's fun.
Yeah, you didn't bring an optimal list either, so
No.
it was a lower competitive game, but still a lot of fun. I like those better anyway.
Yeah, they're a lot more fun. I think the main turning point was when your Power Fist went into my Tyranids.
Oh, yeah, that was rough. That was you had to make that choice, though, because you had 2 Gene Stealers left against 2 Berserkers. Should have...
I thought for sure.
Yeah, you got 6 attacks going in with that. That should kill 2 Berserkers. But lost one on Overwatch to a Melta. Yep,
the Overwatch Melta.
The Combi Melta.
Too OP.
I think I hit 2 or 3 times with it.
Yeah, once on my and it caused me to fail my charge for the hive tag.
Yeah, because you used the command point on the invuln and then you didn't have it.
I wanted to just take the damage. I wanted to.
But yeah, that was with the Gene Stealers and the Tyranids, that was just a game of inches, because you being close to the Berserkers allowed me to pile into the Tyranids. If you hadn't have charged, the Tyranids would have been alive. But I think it was still the right choice to make, because you should have killed them.
Right.
And
I should have moved my Tyranids back a little bit, but if you move them too far back, Overwatch becomes a problem because you're able to do more stuff with being able to get out of line of sight.
Yeah, I did a lot of that this game.
Yeah. Well, your World Eaters, you kind of got to.
Kind of have to. If you're going to play a melee list, we had a lot of terrain on the board, which helps melee armies, obviously. But if you're going to play a melee list, you got to be familiar with charging through walls and, not taking Overwatch and tying stuff up by piling into it, even if you don't charge it like the Tyranids. Little tricks that you got to know and be, well versed in to succeed with a melee army.
Yeah. Well, that's it for this Two Beards Wargaming. Check out our other types of video, the combo corners.
Combo corner!
As well as our other bat reps. Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.